actually opt in for, I could see them easily pick Karma Sivir. I think that wouldn't be too big of a surprise here. That's honestly a meta first rotation on purple side. They need to weave in more crowd control, but there's enough utility junglers and top laners left, and you still have the option to flex Karma or have a counter pick for mid.
And of course, Amazing, a very good Elise player as well. Some more reliable CC to get things going in the early game, as well as pairing it with the immense mobility present in the hands of that particular duo.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, this... Karma is okay into Vladimir, and yes, the Vladimir's locked in early, so you technically save your counter pick for top now, but you remove the whole flex aspect. But I guess they're just taking away comfort champs from Hustlin, and he may actually end up playing the Alistar again, but he will have the assistance of the Sivir. However, this means, if it all plays out the way it does, that they might actually want a lane swap. Giants then.
Really interesting, of course, for Giants as well. If they do decide to pick the Sivir, appears to be their lock-in, as well as the Greg. They've got so much mobility, good engage, good disengage, and Vladimir, of course, that mid to late game damage as well. This is
completely expected though instead of Origen. Just no surprise here. So this is kind of like a band-aid rotate. Like it pushes the draft along, but no big surprises here. Like guess what? Utility AD carry in this meta. Sivir's open, we pick it. Out of all CC junglers, we pick Gragas. No surprise here for Origen. They're looking to match jungler, finish off bot lane, so at least they can have the better duel, and then they go for a counter pick on top. And then they want to find the right lanes matchup. I think that's going to be very important in this draft.
Taking their time. Was that instant Fiora lock-in? Oh, all right. Fiora locked in one more time for Smittyj. We've seen how proficient he was on that last game. Really wonder what the counter pick options are for sOAZ.
I mean, Frozen Mallet Gnar is always done well into Fiora, especially if you can get some gank assistance.
Yeah, but at the same time, we've seen what happens even in playing into that Frozen Mallet. If Fiora gets a couple items under her belt and you make one misstep.
But that's Fiora, though.
Yeah, true. Fiora into every matchup.
That's like saying, yeah, I fed the enemy AD carry, BF sword, pickaxe on lane, came back, cool. Destroyed me despite having a counter pick.
Oh. All right, I see your point. Let's see if it's Gnar that's going to be locked in, because it is the Taric that's locked in for Hustlin. Likes the aggressive champs, likes the engaged champs. He's got a little bit of invulnerability to back up this comp as well. And if we see this,
I like it. I like it more than Alistar because it's CC plus like kind of proxy CC. You know, you can cast off each other. Pretty dive heavy too, and you can get people invulnerable here for like an extended fight. Like an invulnerable Vladimir to me seems scary in extended fight.
So what I want to think back to is when Unicorns Alone paired the Taric with the Alawi, how we saw her drop low and then use that invulnerability period to heal up. It seems like it could be the same story for a full AD Fiora and a Vladimir.
Yeah, Fiora diving the backline with a well-timed Taric ultimate, I think is good. Also, I think the whole reason Taric works into Braum too is because you can negate the spell shield. Like, you can get past it. And you always have an answer to kind of reach the AD carry. I like Exhaust Taric here too because you can just shut him down if he's hiding behind Braum in a favorable engage. You know, Ignite's a little optimistic. So, yeah, I think it's a good support choice given that his champion pool has been pinched, and it's surprising that Hustlin is branching out.
So looking on the side of OG, we've covered Giants. Do you think that this team comp has enough damage to back them up? They've got two very supportive picks.
I think they do because Gangplank came out. And Elise has a lot of magic damage too. So like the only reason you can say like maybe the lower magic damage because Karma goes utility. But I think if you go Karma mid and then an AD carry and you go heavy damage top laner, I think you're always good damage wise. It's where they fall behind. I think both teams are running comps that can get snowballed on pretty easily.
Kind of a scary place to be in. We saw a similar story for Fnatic and Splyce in their first game. So we go for our second game here between OG and Giants. And Giants were so easily able to get ahead last game. We're going to have to see a pretty big shift in the way that OG are playing the early game.
Yeah, but it's still built on two like key moments where Origen was honestly disrespecting. You know, remember the first mistake was from Origen going aggressive, failing. Second one was them not respecting map vision, so like it was entirely avoidable. And they also have a lot of catch-up tools if they fall behind. They can still play with this Gangplank ulti, something we didn't mention. A lot of globals there, you know. As I'm ranting, yes, Giants win, OG win, hashtags, go to Twitter, all that. The Gangplank ulti, it can really even out the tempo in the mid-game. Like, you're pushing one side, especially when you're playing against 4-1. Ulti wave, trade objectives, you're quicker right now. That's something that Origen may need to look for.
One thing Origen don't have to look for is the support of their fans. You can hear them loud and clear. Always there, always willing to back the team up.
At least I heard like two guys in the crowd shout like Giants earlier, so getting fans.
One at a time.
That's honestly a struggle for some of these teams. It's really hard to walk into a scene that has so many established fan base, especially when they're so top heavy as Europe. Back in season like 2 and 3, it was honestly all the fans were for either like SK Fnatic and then CLG Europe then. It was so hard for other teams to even make a dent into that team. Like these guys.
Consistent.
Right now it's really hard to get past like Origen and Fnatic, you know, all the old Fnatic members that were left from season 2.
Yeah. Rough to build it up.
Look at H2K, like they've been doing consistently well. Never like super top, but like top 3, top 4 consistently, and in a lot of the fan polls they don't rank that high. That's why they've succumbed to the memes. They've released their H2 Watt series. If you've seen it.
I have.
Dankest of memes. Freshest of memes.
And their social media memes are on point too. Gotta give it to H2K, they're trying. They're building it up slowly.
Alright, for memes to dreams, the dreams of playoffs, the dreams of worlds here for Origen. They need a point at least to stay competitive because they have rougher matches up ahead than Giants. And they took a bit of a fall early.
Hustlin, throwing down a bit of CC.
Every day.
Trades some blows.
That was such a shitty rendition that at least we will not get any copyright claims from that one.
It's part of the plan.
Part of the plan.
Part of the plan. We can actually do it perfect.
And I will rephrase that statement. That was such a subpar rendition. Voices in their head came back. They're like, Mitch, please behave.
Smittyj. Hybrid. No fear running in here, but
Tenacious.
has to be careful.
Or does he? Does Smittyj have to be careful? He's doing a brawl. Heart is the strongest muscle.
To be fair, Fiora with those vitals seems to hit the heart a whole heck of a lot. Like that heck. Heck. Broadcast approved.
Yeah. I need some actually broadcast approved swear words. I need to watch like 70s or 80s Batman.
50s, I think yeah, 70s or 80s.
Or whatever when that aired.
Bang! Pow! Power of evil. Ooh, gonna miss the empowered Q though.
I really need, we need some Batman effects in these trades here. Bang, pow, walking around with bombs. Shark repellent. Like canisters. Oh, good old times.
Batman was always prepared, Krevel. I don't know why you wouldn't think.
Yeah, when he's in a helicopter, he has like a grenade that works against sharks. Technology was there.
And to be fair, Krevel, it was a 60s show, not a 70s or 80s show. Our timeline's a little off. 80s Batman was a little less prepared. You can see it went downhill over time.
I wonder if we can get a graph there. Preparedness of Batman over time. Clearly not the Bane movie. We got bamboozled many times. Alright, back to this matchup. Knight.
Oh, Knight in trouble. Amazing on the way in. Flash out. Ghost as well.
Wait, could Amazing not have finished that off by flashing and then going for the boom? I feel that was a potential play in there that Origen failed to truly capitalize on. Still aggressive trade here. I like it when junglers shadow their aggressive mid laners. PowerOfEvil is no longer running teleport either. He's going ham with the ignite. Wants to put pressure on Knight early. And then Amazing lurks around. And now Amazing obviously has always access into the enemy jungle too if he wants to. Obviously lane swap to kind of ruin that entire thing. But still, I like the early aggression.
Yeah, good to see, especially from Amazing, who really struggled to have an impact in the early game last time. Of course, Maxlore still has his hands on this Gragas, so we have to keep our eyes on him, wonder where his next play is going to be. But
Wolves. He's doing Wolves right now. That's his next play, and then he's going for Gromp.
I said play. I don't need to know his next action, the next step.
Hey man, these jungle camps are intensive. I've gotten stuck in off-roll hell, and I may or may not have almost died to a jungle camp on a few occasions, so...
Is it a thing for all of CLGU?
Discount jungle camp dying? No, we just steal red buffs with bananas. Because the jungler decides to run a crit rune all of a sudden in a tournament for the first time. Not PG salty about that one.
I love it. It's consistent story time with Krepo. You gotta set the record straight. I'm glad you're doing it here. Have to see if OG can do the same though.
I wonder if many people actually still run that, you know?
The one crit rune?
Wrong crit rune.
Why wouldn't you?
The one to rule them all. Just a surprise.
It's just a 1% chance to instantly win your lane. In solo.
The best thing is actually having a debate. I'm sorry going off screen here, guys, but like, if you have a debate the 1% crit rune with Wicked, it's It was one of the most enjoyable times ever. Having Yellow Pete and Wicked debate the value of crit rune, you know? The one side, the super mathematically, like, math trumps everything over like the gut feel players, like how you can surprise and impact of a crit. Right now, PowerOfEvil looking for some impact here. Cocoon is available, but so is the pool. So this time, Amazing can't find it.
Knight consistently forced back here, not costing him too much yet, but a small difference in the CS. Hustling, of course, at this stage in the lane swap. Going to push in for some vision control of his own.
All right. Super standard lane swap, so we didn't discuss the finer details because honestly they're always the same. We're just going to tally up the results here. Top laners equal 17 CS. Slight edge on the side of... Hang on.
Going in. Smittyj, he may have overstayed his welcome. Going in, may have to look the dash out of this one. He's going to go down. Nice parry on the forced stack, but simply not enough. Amazing, getting up first blood.
And this is what we saw actually in game 1, what Origen did well. When they were slightly behind in the lane swap, sOAZ was afraid to pathing back into the long lane because exactly this can happen. If you get stuck in a long lane, people will converge on you and take you down 3v1. So Smittyj was essentially overextending there, and he done goofed.
Now OG, of course, we were really wondering how they were going to keep composed after that rough game 1. But
look at the reaction. Like, it's so good from them as well. They send Braum here immediately to the bottom too to help defend sOAZ and get more experience. So the whole game plan right now is get sOAZ ahead of Smittyj.
Working out well. The 1 kill, of course, a small difference in farm. The Giants forced back. SONSTAR delaying that back timer, and OG taking control of their own jungle. It's not going to be last game. They're not just going to keep giving things up. Testing just about everything. Maxlore, of course, finally hitting level 6.
And he was jungling while that entire play went on. So now Amazing, he lost his Grom. He lost his Wolves, maybe he did them, but now he has to hand over blue buff too. So he's going to be starved for experience. So this means level advantage for Maxlore. That's where Giants need to find their opening back in. You know, every kind of play has a reactionary play, and that's in this part of the equation. That's going to be Maxlore maybe looking for an answer.
Well, Hustlin look for a play of his own. Not going to connect on the stun.
It's also very calm.
Nice little sidestep. It was really casual.
I mean, Hustlin missed his stun. It's like the particle has the width of a truck. The truck wasn't hitting him, so.
So he looked both ways before he crossed the street.
Amazing steal. This is good. He lost his own blue buff to his mid laner, but then he steals the enemy blue back, so continued aggression possible here from Origen.
Knight continuously getting snared up here.
Yeah, so now he's getting challenged in these trades. He no longer is AFK pushing in just like game 1. sOAZ pushed in the wave in the bottom lane, so he's the one pushing, and Smittyj is the one receiving the farm right now. So the roles kind of have turned, and now Origen, they need to see if they can mimic what Giants did to them in game 1, which is take control of the map, challenge neutral objectives, and find fix. Amazing steals the Grom 2. Spiderlings block body slam. This is good from Origen.
Absolutely. Now setting our sights back on mid lane. PowerOfEvil continues to pressure in here. OG utilizing this pressure to take little advantages left and right. What is going to be their next move?
Yeah, they're setting their eyes on Herald. Good thing that sOAZ wasn't really looking for jungle farm here, because I think that's an inefficient way to spend your time. But right now, Origen have a kind of a pocket of time where Smittyj is pushing out bot lane, but that's going to run out. Eventually, somebody will have to catch that bottom wave. Amazing. Oh, Amazing's doing something greedy here. He's sneaking behind enemy lines to get the red buff here, but he's getting collapsed on.
Amazing. Got to keep your eyes on him. Where's he going to go? Has the opportunity to repel, or does he? Goes up. Has to come down. Knight in trouble on the front line, but he's going to try to use him as a way to escape. Amazing. Shielded up, walking away. Not going to get it. Kill traded back. PowerOfEvil now left alone. Giants with a massive punish.
That's the fumble. Cannon Barrage is available. Teleport is available. Amazing. He wanted to 4 buff Giants here in the mid game, or at 10 minutes. That is incredibly greedy to do on second buff rotation. He stole the blue buff, then he passed it over. While Smittyj, as we were saying, he was pushing out bottom wave, which means Smittyj has lane priority. Vladimir was still close enough to move first, and Amazing essentially just got collapsed on. He also repelled too late. Look at it again. He's getting caught. Right now he has to repel up and go to Knight, but maybe his repel was on cooldown for 2 seconds. That's the only way I can excuse that play. If his repel was on cooldown from actually walking over into the red buff, that's a potential reason, but otherwise it was still a super greedy.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's the greedy invade that cost him his life, not the 2 seconds left on that repel cooldown, if that was the case.
Yeah, you always need to look at, risk versus benefit. That wasn't a smart play.
High risk, low reward, but OG will be rewarded with the Rift Herald in the end. Sending PowerOfEvil down to clear out. Smittyj in trouble. Hustlin on the way in. No level 6 for the Tark, but Hybrid may have overstayed his welcome. In goes Toaster. Smittyj trying to get something back. Has to flash out to safety. Does get the proc in the end. Oh, Maxlore. Savior from Maxlore. Both sides backing off here. Knight on the way in. Hybrid in trouble. Down he goes. Toaster knocked back and knocked out. Knight hungry for more. Moving forward, sOAZ. Flashing to safety. Where are they going to go? Smittyj on the way in, looking for the outplay. Beautiful parry, and down goes the top laner for OG. Giants make their way back into the game.
Feels bad, man, for Origen. They get so close to the pick, but then Hero Maxlore throw his big belly body in front of it. He blocks it, and he stops the culling from Toaster, and at that point, Origen find themselves out-rotated. Knight with the aggressive E-Flash too.
SONSTAR not even going to get locked up here. I think when we look at this too, Tark doesn't even have level 6 during that engage. Just gets it at the end there, and now it's going to be even harder for OG to pick up these decisive kills.
Yeah, those pink boots now not only stun and dazzle your opponents.
Yeah, they're not just made for walking.
They're not just made for walking. They're made to make people invulnerable. It's pretty fantastic.
Pretty fabulous.
Look at him. He doesn't even need to hit the ward, because when you have a gracious walk like Tarek, where you just like swing your
it's so
a bit,
dainty.
Other people can clear the wards for you.
Now Giants reaping the spoils of war here, going to pick up the Infernal Drake. OG, of course, on their first dragon, only able to grab that cloud. Does give them a little bit more ability to walk away from this one, unfortunately. We'll let them get back to lanes faster, but in the late game, that 8% will be much more.
It all starts Hybrid misses Q, and Smittyj gets stunned and exhausted at the same time. So this is overlap from exhaust and stun, by the way. So this is minor optimization issues. Smittyj then survives long enough. Maxlore did a great job buying time here. And then look at Knight. He's like, which guy do I take? I guess Hybrid's going down. Toaster stuck. Another beautiful ultimate from Maxlore. And then SONSTAR is quick on rotation. Where is PowerOfEvil in all of this? I actually wasn't paying attention to minimap because I thought everybody was in this fight, but then why was PowerOfEvil not there? Maybe he was running from base, I don't know. sOAZ faced no space. He's definitely disappointed.
And I mean, you can't blame him. So close to making it out, gets outplayed by the parlay.
I mean, he flashed into enemy territory though. So he was so close to wasting his flash, and maybe getting a 1-for-1 kill. Like,
getting a 1-for-1, maybe the hero TP out. I mean, it got nerfed, but you can still TP to safety. The signature sOAZ moment.
That's actually
in the making.
True. Everybody's like, this is a nerf to teleport, but this is actually a massive nerf to sOAZ. All those clips where he escapes with like half second left, they're gone.
No more. He's gonna need to anticipate just a little bit, build a little bit tankier. He wants to make it out. PowerOfEvil in trouble, but OG have members there to back him up. Amazing on the way in. Hybrid setting his sights on the bottom side of the map, and SONSTAR starting to push in. OG, I like the way that they're pushing in for vision control here.
Well, they're correctly identifying a strong part of their map. Giants, they're not playing full-on 4-1 either, because the game's too even for them to just randomly group up. And Vladimir just plays on the sideline, so they're playing 1-3-1. It's easier to lose one side of the jungle, at least for that, especially if you have a tool like this Cannon Barrage that can slow down kind of sides of the map too.
What's been interesting is that sOAZ really not putting that Cannon Barrage to too much use this game. Doesn't look comfortable throwing it down. Ooh.
That wasn't going to hit anyways. The whole reason that it's not really working for sOAZ is also because a lot of these plays from Origen feel improvised. They're not very planned. They're heat in the moment, which means Origen as a team haven't decided whether they need Cannon Barrage or not, right? But if you make a calculated move where everybody's working as a unit, Cannon Barrage can be a tool to like isolate your opponents, as opposed to like, should I use it in this random fight that's breaking out? Like, I don't know if my team's engaging, disengaging. Like, if you watch that fight going on, Smittyj versus Hybrid, we didn't know who technically was the aggressor, right?
Yeah.
Like, who's the hunter and who's the
prey?
The prey. I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever this is.
This relationship we're building here?
Yes. The bromance.
You finish my sentences?
You're supposed to let me say sentences. They're like, that's the easy one. I don't know, man.
I feel like we're getting in a fight already. This relationship is not going well.
Look, man. Communication is hard, all right? We're watching people struggle with it right now. sOAZ, though, has the Rift Herald buff, but now is matched up against Knight. Doesn't have the same opportunities to go forward to get aggressive, but does at least have the wave clear here.
Yep.
To match the Vladimir.
And like he has a teleport, and he has a cannon barrage. So honestly, that's something that Origen can make use of. Because if you leave a Vladimir alone in the lane, it's not like he's gonna take that tower down at record speeds. Right, finds the pink ward here for his troubles.
Now Giants just getting aggressive, moving in. Cannon barrage coming out to clear the wave. Much better use coming in from sOAZ, but Knight suddenly locked up. The pool not going to save him from the snare. He's set to fall. Great pickup from OG, punishing Giants.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for, Origen. Beautiful cannon barrage, cuts out the escape and turns the aggro onto Knight. He has to pull early, and then he finds himself stuck. Doesn't flash in time. Perfect, frame perfect cocoon there from Amazing.
Exactly what we like to see. No opportunity to escape there. Perfect anticipation on that timing. Now PowerOfEvil looking to lock up someone else. Smittyj dashes forward to try to clear the wave.
Now look at Toaster here, not afraid to move to the fray once that Dazzle was down from the Taric here. And also a little bit of disrespect from Giants. Knight was spotted, he cleared out pink ward for the majority of like 4 seconds, and he still went for an aggressive position behind tower. So he gave Origen time to plan and to react. And then obviously they can weave the cannon barrage in their like decision-making pattern here. Look at it again. The minions go down. Knight's stuck, and that snare goes through the pool here. That's why Karma is a good pick into Vladimir. And then the layering of CC, beautiful. Hybrid also catches the Gragas ulti. It's really good for Braum to play into a Gragas because you force the cast to stop in front of your shield, and it usually only blows you back, so you can protect your team.
Great place to be. Of course, we saw this champion taken away from Hybrid in the last pick ban, but now left up and available. Of course, the score is 5-2.
Yeah.
Looks to be in the favor of the Giants, but when we check on that gold lead, things are just about dead even.
And it's also much better for Hybrid because he seems to like his mobility boots. Like, mobilities on Janna was a mistake, in my opinion. But on this champion here, on Braum, where you need to be quick to the start of the fight, but it doesn't matter what your speed in the fight actually is, then you can obviously go for mobility boots. Same for Hustlin, you know, if he has a movement speed advantage and he can find a pick, that's all he needs to do. He can then stay in the fight, he can play by proxy.
See, Giants determined to take down this tower. They're going to try one more time. PowerOfEvil has enough power to clear out these waves.
Yeah, but they're looking for a bit of a rotation here. They just want to push in Karma, so she's locked on the tower, and then they get access to the river because Infernal's spawning in 20 seconds. If there wasn't a dragon, they could technically look for maybe a push dive in bottom lane or force calling to be used, but right now they're just making sure that river control stays to them. 2 pink wards and a scuttle crab, which means Origen will have to face check if they want to contest.
Very big risk coming in. sOAZ does have the cannon barrage available. Maybe an opportunity. Toaster spotted out on that ward for a brief instant. And Knight returning to the bottom side to push. This is an Infernal Drake. Very important for both teams to get this. Giant getting 2 could be massive. We've seen what Fiora can do with that.
But the standoff is the reward here for Giants because they finally have Smittyj in sOAZ's lane. They're having push right now. Right now they're weak because they're pushing bot. So the map belongs to Origen. Origen looking to capitalize. Like, the momentum swings ever so much, you know. Whoever's pushing bot lane, that team loses the pressure in the other lane ever so slightly. And that's what Origen right now is now getting caught
out. Knocked back. SONSTAR's low. Gotta keep your eyes on him, and vulnerability being channeled up. OG just walking away. Smittyj joins the party, but it may be too late.
And so despite not finding a pick here, hang on, Cannon Barrage, again, not being used in unison.
Maxlore dashing out, but still gets put.
Nice.
In goes Knight. Beautiful. All down goes the challenge. Fiora looking for blood. Toaster drops. Explosion of aggression from Giants.
Yeah, now he joins. This is the entire difference that we were talking about. Knight was stuck in the bottom lane, pushing out. And despite Origen seemingly being picked off, Amazing could survive because Knight wasn't there. But once he funnels that push and moves over to mid lane, then Giants can go Rampart. Cannon Barrage was used haphazardly again. Very reactionary. There was no purpose, no plan behind it. It was used on a whim. And then guess what? Knight can walk up and another beautiful flash engage here, turning the tides in this duel for Dragon.
And he may be down in farm against his mid lane opposition, but 3-1-3, a beautiful scoreline. We'll net him the gold lead in the end. We'll check this flank out one more time.
Yeah, amazing. Like, usually you're dead to rights if you get caught here, but there's only 3 members and a low HP SONSTAR here. And the TP is late. So that's why he doesn't die, because Vladimir's still kind of joining the party. Look at this cannon barrage right here. Like, what's the purpose? Like, Toaster's not in position. Maxlore is zoning. Maxlore gets caught, and then Knight goes in here, and sOAZ is not even there. So Origen, they get picked off once, they back off, and then they still opt into a 4v5 fight because they don't respect the lack of vision. And that's honestly, you know, a thematic macro mistake again from Origen, rather than execution. Like, the second Knight shows up, there's no mechanical move you could stop this Vladimir from AoEing your entire team. It's all in the setup.
And it's still just so terrifying, this team to play against. You can see the burst that Vladimir's already bringing to the table. Only 2 items in, has the Proto Belt. It's going to be easy to keep these fights started, but Maxlore may have overextended. Stun drops down on No Amazing. Disengage with the catch, but the 4 stack still going to land. Maxlore drops.
Guess what? Origen's bringing multiple layers of crowd control to the table. Now when Giants make positional errors, they get punished.
Good to see OG correcting some of those mistakes. One last look at that previous team fight. No surprise.
Yeah, can please Maxlore start stepping up? Only 400 damage? Come on, guys.
How dare you? Now, of course, Giants still have to be pretty careful playing around these ways. Cannot afford to get pushed in too far here.
Yeah, but their late game insurance is kind of done for Giants. It doesn't matter if they make a few mistakes right now. They have double Infernal with Vladimir, Sivir, Fiora. That is late game damage victory in itself.
And 3rd Infernal on the way, 24% potential increase. Hybrid blocking out the wave clear here, making it easier for them to push in. SONSTAR taking a lot of poke. But OG just backing off. They're going to whittle this one down. They're not trying to get aggressive.
Yeah, gotta keep track of the sidelines here. Very important in the mid game that teams set up their plays by first pushing up their respective side lanes and then going on the aggressive. Because that's how you funnel over advantages. You force people to catch these waves in the side lanes, and then you have a numbers advantage somewhere else on the map. That's what Smittyj wants to put in motion here. Potential rotation could happen about a minute from now from mid to bottom lane because Toaster is stuck on the long lane. And Maxlore,
one more play. Amazing locked up chain CC. He goes up. A Hemoplague is on him. Will there be a shield? Is it going to be? No! Drops in the end.
And another situation where sOAZ is running from base and Origen are too aggressive on the defense because Toaster's stuck in the long lane. And look, this rotation that we were talking about, like it could technically happen here because they have mid priority, but instead, they're not going to risk it. They don't want to rotate into a cannon barrage. They're just going to have Smittyj 1v1 here and have Sivir catch the wave that Toaster was pushing. So in terms of efficiency and time spent, hang on, Smittyj.
All goes down, challenging up. A cannon barrage comes in as well. sOAZ, is he going to drop? The heal comes in. Smittyj gets the kill. Hybrid moving in. Is he going to try to get anything else? Giants taking control, one play after another once again.
Giants just making use of these kind of pockets of time, windows of opportunity. You know, when Origen is fixing the map, Giants are going to say, you know what, okay, we'll go aggressive, even numbers, but we haven't engaged. You know, your top laner's still running on a base. Like, amazing. You're simply overextending here to defend this tower. You can't do that. They punish, and they punish with crowd control effect. And now SONSTAR pushed out, or at least equalized top lane, and he's going to group mid to at least stop the siege here. Giants will need to send somebody top to fix that wave because it's neutral. But guess what? They can just send Smittyj over because he still has teleport.
An excellent spot to be. I think things once again looking grim for OG. It's only about a 2k gold difference at this stage, but double Infernal Drakes, a massive advantage in kills, and a Vladimir that just keeps looking more and more terrifying. OG, they need this gangplank, they need this late game damage, but he's been relegated to a more defensive build.
It's a bit of a still a lane assignment mistake here from Giants. The SONSTAR could have technically pushed out that one more wave, and then Smittyj could have gone bottom. Because right now SONSTAR's being starved a bit for farm, because it's likely going to be Smittyj catching bottom wave. But if your split pusher is always, hang on, maybe another pick here.
Opportunity to go in. Knight going forward. Amazing, taking a lot of damage. PowerOfEvil looking for a little bit of damage back. Spider goes up. Spider comes down. Invulnerability coming in. Is it going to get onto Knight? Cools down. Disengages. sOAZ manages to grab one back, and they turn the fight. Challenge goes in. Giants backing off. OG with a good pickoff in that exchange.
Yeah, I think it's a little over-eager from Giants.
Oh, here comes the... Not going to be enough. Barrel. Not enough time to take down there. SONSTAR so close to death.
Also, I've noticed the pattern here. Every time I try to explain something macro, these teams start fighting.
They don't want to hear it, Crepo.
Maybe they hate me as much as some of the more profound Reddit commenters. They're like, Crepo, we need to stop you to talk here. But Origen capitalized because Giants, they had poor lane assignments.
Here, Origen evening out the gold. Fan cheers rallied behind them to find that pick. And they're setting up some more vision control, looking to get back into this game. But as you said, Giants, they can make a couple mistakes. They've got these terrifying scaling picks.
They definitely have late game insurance here. Origen by no ways is out of it because Gangplank late game is a terrifying threat. And Toaster has proven that he can weave his way into some of these fights. The problem is just later on, Lucian versus Vladimir. Once Vladimir has flash, like there is no counterplay. The guy literally flash, he Qs you, pulls under you, and you're dead.
Yeah. And the third Infernal Drake is going to make it that much easier. And as it spawns now, OG really have to contest.
OG's looking to contest. Like, look, Toaster was pushing top and he's peeling off right now because the call is guys contest, but it's too late. Like, so Toaster could technically be pushing out another top wave here if Origen yields. So this is like an example of where you can feel in the game that there is lackluster communication. Because like that wave in top lane right now could have been pushed out and could have been used for pressure at least, but right now it's going a little bit too slow and somebody can just walk up and clear it out on the side of Giants.
I mean, OG just late to the party. Amazing arrives in time.
Yeah, look at Toaster. He's going back in the jungle. He won't push it out. He's like, ah, no, never mind, fog of war. It's like, what is he doing? He's been zigzagging, you know? Champions that zigzag on the map have no purpose, which means there is inferior shot calling.
Rough road. There's a lot of confidence on the OG lineup they could train Toaster, that they could give him that veteran voice of experience, but those voices are struggling themselves.
All right, 9-9, Giants could chill. Like, they've continuously been engaging while fixing their side lanes. And it's been going wrong for them. They need to be careful when they pull the trigger here, once they group with Knight. They can, obviously. Mao push on top lane. He peeled off early just to get the vision control. The main objective here for Giants is to establish dominance over the red side jungle from Origen, clear out the vision, get the fog of war advantage, and force a face check or rush down the Baron here. Smittyj's teleport is still down. If Origen have done their math, they know that it is very unlikely for Giants to start Baron here.
Have the Gangplank ult to clear out a wave if necessary as well. Mitigate some of that Fiora pressure. Huge opportunity for OG to make a play.
Yeah, this is their window, honestly, the next minute, where they can actually have maybe send sOAZ into the fight and have him deal with the wave on the bottom with Cannon Barrage or teleport back. Worst case. But Giants are turning this kind of Baron setup into a siege in the top lane.
Toaster under the wave. Or under the tower, rather. Wave pushed in. Giants have complete control. No trinkets up and available for OG. This is a window for Giants to get aggressive. Cannon Barrage used here to spot out, just give a little bit of vision. They know it's not being taken. Moving forward, though, you can see only that pink ward available. Amazing going to clear out what he can, but there's no vision of his own.
Yeah, limited vision. It's so dark here on the map for Origen. You can get the game from their perspective. You could see just like there is nothing here. Look at how careful Amazing has to be. Like anywhere they face check, like they're so happy that this ward hits without being contested. But the problem is you can't build on that vision. It gets cleared out immediately.
Not a whole lot. They have the pink ward over the wall, just hoping to keep their side safe. But Giants at any moment can go for this. Yeah. Good news is Gangplank's trinket is on the way up.
So right now mid is exposed. The Toaster's stuck in top lane again. These are the things that these teams are constantly dealing with, you know, like they have to push out side lanes, but that means they're weak on the other part of the map. So then Giants move in again, but then they lose their vision. Then Hybrid needs to base for more wards. Like it's a constant struggle to get that vision right. And then suddenly when you're being just a little bit too careful, Baron gets started. However, that ward in the pit needs to be cleared though.
Ward in the pit needs to go down, Maxlore.
And Hustler is hustling like, guys, I'm trying to clear a ward here, please. Chill.
Tower goes down in the favor of Giants while we focus on this Baron dance. But I mean, as you said, we're kind of just waiting for one
it's a death by 1,000 cuts here, or maybe by 4 cuts if all the wards go down from Hybrid. Knight, no vision denial on him. Oh, he needs to get the sweeper from Maxlore in there. He needs to group up, like you can't make picks on 2 different brushes if you're not sure they're clean here from Giants. So this is nitpicking on their setup, but I think they're finally going to commit here. Yeah, they're going to start.
Going in, no vision.
No vision, no wards for teleport. Like, where's sOAZ going to teleport? Like, they know it's happening right now, but he's too late. Cannon Barrage comes out. I think they're just going to finish it.
Hustlin trying to buy time, uses the ultimate. TP coming in. OG, have they overstayed their welcome? They're moving forward. Disengage all comes in, and vulnerability goes down. Amazing could follow. Flashed over the wall. In goes Smittyj. Stun still goes down. He's maybe looking for more. sOAZ in trouble, but PowerOfEvil is there to back him out. A beautiful parry. A quick dash out.
He auto-attacked the barrel and parried at the same time there, it feels like. Or unless sOAZ blew up the barrel, and that's actually what destroyed it. But really well-timed riposte nonetheless from Smittyj. Surprised Giants didn't actually go for the finish on the Baron with the invulnerability. Right now, they took down Amazing. No smite.
Smittyj goes in. He doesn't want to lose anything. And Gangplank is going to drop. Baron's still being burnt down in the meantime. PowerOfEvil slowed down. Smittyj is going to get one more.
And that's it for Giants. They claim the Baron. They claim 4 lives. They take everything away from Origen. And more importantly, they did it methodically. They did it slow with 0 risk, kind of off failure. That was beautiful to watch. An elaborate Baron setup. Yes, you can nitpick. You know, small things can be improved. But in essence, it is impressive how Giants have improved and started working as a team. Something that is fundamentally lacking on the side of Origen. Take a look at that fight again here. You know, double invulnerability, Turbo Vladimir. He's gonna flash in right now on a 3-man unit. Like, as we were talking about, like, what's Toaster gonna do in the late game against all this damage? Like, and Smittyj here, does he hit the barrel? No, it's actually sOAZ exploding it. Okay, so it's not as a fancy outplay as one think it would be.
Not canceling the auto attack animation with the parry. Although still some fabulous plays. You see Smittyj jump over the wall and just clean up.
Late game Vladimir with proxy Tarek stuns. Disgusting.
Ah yes, giving Vladimir CC. That's a dream for all of us, right?
Designers are like, yeah, this champion has a lot of damage, but he doesn't have built-in CC. That Tarek.
Oh, amazing in trouble. No follow-up on that CC, but the tower is going to drop in favor of Giants. They're going to set their sights on the top side.
Yeah.
Keep pushing in.
And it's going to be CC later for Origen. 0-2 it seems. Having issues coming back from that terrible pun.
Yeah.
Sifa. Riot Daniel.
Please Riot Crepo. I'd like to stay focused. We'll see if the power of Cloud Drake really can
turn
the games all around.
There's Cloud Drake and there's hope for Origen. Can they do it?
And getting aggressive. They're going to use the invulnerability. Down goes the Canabrox, but it's not zoning anyone. Smittyj on the front lines. Hybrid falls. Who is next? OG with the disengage. Giants back to the tower.
Poor Braum puts up a shield. Tries to defend his team. Team is running away. Truly outrageous.
Truly, truly. Well, with an inhibitor down, things get significantly easier for Giants. One reliable lane of pressure.
Yeah, now the dominoes start like tipping over, falling. Pretty much all at once. Like Giants late game insurance, triple Infernal. Like to put that, like that has to be quite some gold at this point. Like a 35-minute triple Infernal Drake. Like the gold value alone of that stats. This is a 24% increase. This is where I wish Freak was on this cast, but he probably knows the gold values. But like my guess would be like that's at least like 4,000 or 5,000 gold worth of stats that you get.
Well, a longsword is 400 gold, and that's the average with which I think 80 is based on. So 40 gold per attacking, if I remember correctly.
All right, run the map.
Nope.
A ton of gold.
It is a ton of gold value.
Wait, is that too difficult? A lot of pounds of gold value.
Of course, on top of that, they almost have a 10K lead as well on the side of Giants. I mean, and Smittyj has a GA. Like, you thought one Fiora was hard enough to kill.
There's more. Every time he goes down, Smittyj GA combo. All right, we're waiting for action here because we're grasping at straws. Giants, go in. Go kill him.
Nope. Comes the ultimate. OG is their chance to turn. Damage down on the Hustlin. sOAZ on the front line.
Well, they're disengaging. They just need to disengage because the top lane is exposed right now. That's what Smittyj is doing with the split push. He has 2 lives, but nobody's challenging either of them.
Knight challenging a lot, though, as Giants continue to pressure out on the bottom side. And sOAZ making his appearance known on the top, but it is too little too late.
I like that Origen went for the play because it's the only way out. You know, aggress on the 4 because even if you go on the 1, the 4 takes the inhib anyways. But sadly, they lose, and now Knight's going
Knight
in.
dash forward, ultimate comes out. sOAZ, is he in trouble? Down goes the Tark ultimate as well. They're looking for the invulnerability. Is it an opportunity to re-engage?
It is
an opportunity to back off. Toaster still dashing in, trying to get damage, gets punched back. SONSTAR picks up 1. Maxlore in trouble. Double stack. 4. Maxlore stunned up. Oh no, Toaster, you didn't want that. Smittyj goes godlike. OG are getting poked apart here, and Giants, they're setting their sights on the Nexus.
Yeah, that's 1 tower going down. His 3 members remain for Origen, but second Nexus tower falls. Here's barrels explode, but hit none.
Giants, they're not concerned. They've got the GA. The dust blade goes down. Is it going to be enough to kill Smittyj? It doesn't look like it. Giants closing in. OG, can they turn this? No such luck. Giants taking the 2-0 over OG.
And honestly, quite decisive here from Giants. Pretty clean in their execution. We can nitpick some lane assignments. We can kind of polish a couple of Baron baits, but overall, they were the better team in this matchup, and that means Origen is still in 9th place right now, struggling to get out of there. And remember, they want to get to 7th place. They want to make it out of the relegation zone, because otherwise they forfeit their championship points, which means they can no longer